Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Haut Beyleron here in Farming Simulator 22 with me, CWATTYESO. I have got the harvest contracts completed that I took at the end of the last episode, and unfortunately didn't get to keep a lot of the oats. In fact, didn't get any oats really. I sold them, and we made quite a nice bit of money from those two contracts. I've also got the bunker silo loaded and compacted and filled. It's 21% fermented at the minute. I did, though, experience a very, very weird issue with this. You may recall, at the end of the last episode, I switched from having the Massey Ferguson driving the loading wagon to collect the grass and fill the bunker, to using my Fent, my lovely Fent, wherever he is. I don't know where my Fent has gone now. He's parked over here. He's parked over here. That's where he is. He's over here. Because unfortunately, this is not the same Fent that I had previously. This is a brand new Fent, not a second-hand one. The reason being, ladies and gentlemen, as also is another thing that's absolutely brand spanking new, is the silo compacting wheel device thingy there. Look, my wheels, my rollers. Because weirdly, what occurred was, as I was doing the compacting at one point, as I was sort of driving, you know, over the stuff and trying to get it all nicely fermented, swished and compacted, I did get a little bit stuck. And as I was trying to jiggle about and reverse about, try and get myself unstuck, suddenly my whole tractor got launched into space with the wheels attached. And it never returned to Earth. The speedometer in the bottom right hand corner of the screen was constantly increasing, and eventually I was doing a speed of about 7 million kilometers per hour. I went onto the map screen, could not find the tractor anywhere. It was still showing in my garage, but when I tried to use the fancy feature in the garage, like, for example, to show on map, like if I use show on map on my T8, it puts the lovely little beacon on it. Doing that with the Fent didn't produce anything. I saved the game, exited the game, reloaded the game. My tractor, the front weight and the roller, gone. They were nowhere to be found on the map. They were still showing up in the, obviously in my owned vehicles. I could not reset them. So at that point, my only option was to sell them. Unfortunately, I had to sell them. And then I've had to buy them, replace them, buy them again. So if you're wondering why I've only got 0.6 hours now on the Fent instead of, you know, however many hours it was second hand, that is why I thought I'd tell you that. It's a shame really I didn't manage to capture the glitch on camera, because it was quite impressive to behold. It was quite impressive to see the tractor just launch into space. And the fact that it kept going and the speedometer was constantly increasing. Like I say, it got up to about 7 million before I chose to sell the machine and buy myself a new one. But yeah. So we've had to replace Mr. Fent. That's a bit of an issue. But everything else is, like I say, is going okay. We're starting the cultivating at the moment. I'm also thinking I need to start maybe moving some pallets around. There's plenty of wool over at the sheep that I could be selling, I think. Although I think I've probably missed the best time of year to sell the wool. Yeah, prices are going down, down, down. Might be worth keeping those for a bit. What about lettuces? I've got loads of lettuces. Their price is kind of down, down, down. I could, though, get some flour and put in my bakery. Because I've now bought the bakery. I've also, this morning, had to come and use the autoloader to shift the honey pallets because they glitched into the ground again. I'm still getting that issue every so often, and I thought Giants fixed that in the first patch for the game, where the pallets clip into the ground and you can't pick them up with forks or hand or anything. The only thing that can seemingly recover them is the autoloader. But yes, we have got flour being produced. So I can move that to the bakery and start making some bread. And like I said before, I'm really looking forward to the new autoload mod that's going to be coming out from Loki 79 on Giants Mod Hub. I've seen previews of it, and I've been having discussion with the mod author on Discord, and I'm really thinking his autoload mod is going to be fantastic. Compared to this one that we're currently using, the autoload specialization mod, or whatever it's called. I think Loki's is going to be pretty good. So we've got some flour. Can we get any more? Give me a second. I'd rather take a full truckload if I can help it. If I can. I think that's the last of it. Obviously, flour is not accepted here yet, we know that. Let's go and sell. Well, not sell. Let's transport the flour into the bakery that I bought for 50,000 bucks a little bit earlier. And we can start making some bread. It's our first real production chain, that. Our first actual proper production chain. More straps. Baking bread, baking bread. We're making bread. Yeah, we've got no oats in there. Well, we have got oats in the silo. We've got 56,000 litres of oats in the silo. We should probably think about putting that into our flour storage. So, yeah, we've got flour. We're going to be making bread. contracts today. Field 30 has a 12 grand cultivating contract, but of course we are cultivating our own fields. There are some harvest contracts, but nothing anywhere near 89,000 litres of lettuces. And I've got 9,000 litres of lettuces in storage. We're probably not selling lettuces today, folks. I might get rid of the wool though. I've been thinking about next farm expansion and acquiring more fields. You know, if we can get the money. Wait a minute, it's July. Do I have... It's usually soybeans that... Yeah, we've just missed soybeans, but I don't have a lot of soybeans. Yeah, oats. 56,000 litres of oats. That could be better used in our... better used in our flour production, I would think now. Quite possibly, I would say. Flour production is going to be very critical. Right, here's my wall. Can't remember, did we do a spinnery? We did. Do an auto drive to the spinnery. Not sure why he would go that way though. So I'll just take back over control and we'll shift this ourselves. Take the corners nice and steady so we don't tip over. These things tend to be very top heavy in Farm Sim. Notice a lot of the trailers wind up being very unstable once you start loading them up with things. one spinnery delivered. And now it's not buying any more wool. How much is the spinnery to buy? 60 grand. Whoa. Right, I think we'll just leave that part there. So I've ended up buying the spinnery to see if I could get wool out of it. Get fabric out of it. I spent 60 grand I didn't really need to be spending. Alright, I'll run back to the farm then. And we'll see what occurs next, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit of one of those kind of oddball days today, because we're kind of in between everything. Can't seed anything till August. So I'm almost tempted to skip ahead till August so we can actually come back and do something. I might choose to do that, ladies and gentlemen. So expect to see a jump cut in the video right about now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back and welcome to August, where we're now able to do some seeding. So I'm getting some canola planted, as that's the first crop that we're allowed to actually plant. My sorghum over on field 6, just the other side of the river there, is also now ready to harvest because it's August. So I'm going to kind of need to break into that field fairly soon. But I figured I would do some seeding today because we've done harvesting in the last couple of videos and, you know, we've done a bit of that. So I'm going to do a real massive canola. I'm going to sow 2 fields with canola. Yes. 2 fields with canola. Going for it. Because canola's a good crop, it's quite profitable. But we just don't seem to get a very good yield of it so far off the fields that I have put canola on. So I figured I'm going to allocate 2 fields to it this time. And we will see if we get much better levels of, you know, much better levels of yield. Obviously the money has been ticking in very slowly from the egg sales and the honey sales over the last couple of days of July. I've not done any contracting or anything like that, so there's been no additional income in that regards. Literally, it's just what has been produced by the chickens and by the bees. I'm a little bit concerned, I will say, right now, I'm a little bit concerned about my productions. Both in terms of my bakery, which is not producing anything, and my spinnery, which is really not producing any fabric and not getting through the wool terribly quickly. The annoying thing is, the sheep currently have once again filled their pallet area. So I'm sitting on a whole load of wool that I can't get rid of anywhere because the spinnery is full. Can't deliver any more to the spinnery. I've already got pallets sat up at the spinnery, as you recall. So I really do not know what to do with the wool on this map now. I don't know what to do with the wool situation. I don't know off the top of my head if there is a sell point that will buy wool. The farmer's market will. Can't even sell the wool at my own placeable place. So I would have to buy and place a farmer's market somewhere on the map if I just wanted to be able to sell my wool. Problem with that is, ladies and gents, there's not a whole lot of flat area on this map. Certainly not enough flat area that I can actually get away with putting in a placeable the size of a farmer's shop. You have to forgive me a bit there for yawning. Also I need to figure out where to put my microphone. Because my steering wheel keeps getting in the way of it, and it has issues picking my voice at times. So yeah, I don't know where on this map I could currently put a farmer's market. I could place one here, I suppose, sacrifice my grass field. The alternative is for me to try and do some landscaping down here, maybe. Bit of flattening, levelling out and stuff. And see if I can't get one place down here. Somewhere. Just, like I say, just so I've got somewhere to offload excess materials. I can't get through my productions because the productions are so slow on the map. The built-in productions are so slow. Again, on other maps that I've been playing, I've been using like modified productions that I've placed when I'm placing productions myself. I'm using a pack of modified productions where the production speeds have been really increased, so they produce far more quickly. To alleviate that problem of not being able to actually get rid of your stuff. In fact, a lot of the modified productions that I have been running on some of my other maps like Elm Creek and that, you can't actually keep them full. You can't produce enough, you can't harvest enough stuff off your fields and that to be able to actually keep them full. For a lot of the time they will sit doing nothing because they output the stuff that quickly. But I would sooner have it more like that than how it is. I mean, the sheep, the spinnery has produced jack all. It's produced naff all in the month that I've owned it, and I delivered that wool, you know. It's produced 471 litres of fabric. It hasn't even used a full 1,000 litres of wool yet that I've delivered to it. What a joke. I might need to go into the game files and edit that myself and speed that up, because that is too slow. Far too slow, ladies and gents. There's 1440 cycles per month at a cost of 120 a month, but it's only using 2 litres of wool for 1 litre of fabric in a cycle. So in a month, that's 2,880 litres of wool it's going to process through to produce 1,440 litres of fabric. That's too slow. I'm going to have to jack that up. I'm going to have to edit that myself, I'm afraid, because that is slow. So here's a nice canola field getting seeded. So I did toy briefly with the idea of planting some other things as well. But again, the growth calendar is so heavily in favour of spring seeding that after harvesting you've got to leave your fields for so long before you can put anything on them. I won't say I'm a fan of that. But anyway, we'll get this field done. I will then start in on the next field, but I'll assign him to be an AI worker so I can jump over to field 36, start harvesting the sorghum. And then we can get that sent down to the grain mill, possibly. I thought today I might have been able to do my bunker emptying, getting the silage out of the bunker, but it's not quite ready for fermenting yet, sadly. The big bunker load that is in there. You know what all works really well with it, I've found? You lower it down. There's a tip for everybody. When you're operating a seeder, okay? When you're operating a seeder like this, make sure you lower it down. Works so much better. No more space to place new pallets of wool at sheep. Yeah, that's, like I say, that's an issue. They're going to do 14 meters. I'm going to do it a little bit less than 14 meters. That's just how I roll. And I'm going to come down here. We're going to start harvesting all the lovely sorghum on this big field. So we should get a very decent harvest from this. We've got 318,000 in the bank currently, money wise. I was looking at field prices earlier. That's 326 for 33. It's nearly 570 grand for 32 because you're buying all that water as well. 291 grand for field 31, and that 31's harvested. So it's ready. 33 has canola on it, which has been harvested. Needs lime and stuff, so that would be a field, that would be an investment job, if ever there was one. Right, I'm going to go along the bottom of the field, just because I know I'm going to get full. And it's going to be easier to empty. Over here. I appreciate I'm going to have to go and get a trailer. I'll probably have to get Mr. Fent, because the Massey Ferguson's got the weight on the back and the front loader attached, so I'm not going to disrupt that because I'm obviously going to need that to empty the silage bunker in not too distant future, because I think the silage bunker's up to about 88% capacity. Right. Fent. Thank you, Fent. Right, let's go get the trailer. And we can go and unload our harvester. Grass is growing nicely. I did get that mowed off camera, baled, and I've got the bales moved over to the sheep. I did notice some weird things though with the mowing this time. It missed quite a bit of the field. There was like strips everywhere. I don't know whether the mower needs repair, and because it's not been repaired and maintained since I've bought it, it's now missing bits. It's a bit of a concern, I have to say. There we go. Sorghum unloaded. While I'm over here, just have a nosy at the grapes. There's some little bits appearing, look. That's supposed to be, you know, grapes are supposed to be ready for harvest. I've done something weird there. Grapes are supposed to be ready for harvest very soon, but I don't think those plants are ready to harvest this year. I think I've got to wait, haven't I? They don't look anywhere near grown enough to be harvestable. Just done a little bit of crop destruction on the corner of that field as I came round it with the trailer. Oh, numpty. I'm just wondering, if I was to put this on, and go select field 35, which is the nearest field, what would happen if I did it on this fella? Selected field 35 and farm silo. He will come and park on that field over there, won't he? And then he'll come and empty me like a good lad. Crop destruction galore. Just done a whole massive chunk of crop destruction because I got full. Too busy watching the tractor. Yield destroyed. Crop destroyed. Money destroyed. Oh man, it's terrible. Terrible. He will get full. Before I'm able to empty. But man, that kind of sucks a little bit that I did that crop destruction. It might not make too much of an impact on a field this size. At 86% full. Do you know what? I'm not even going to start harvesting this row because I know what will happen. I'm just going to wait for the tractor to come back. Hopefully he can get round the silo and everything. Yeah. Oh, he's doing that whole tip out the grain door nonsense, which takes forever. I should have set him to tip out of the main door. Just open the main door and tip. The other fella is still doing seeding. I might as well grab this quickly and make my way down to the sheep because I need to pick up the pallets of wool and move them. Because the spawn point is blocked. And like I say, I'm going to have to come up with a solution for the wool situation. Being able to sell my wool. Because I can't get it through the spinnery quick enough. Can't process it into fabric fast enough. The sheep are producing more than I can process. Because obviously I've got a lot of sheep. missing? There, chuck them off that side. They're out of the way. He's happily seeding. Like I say, he's going to come and unload me. Then I can resume harvesting. And with the aid of this fella, we should get the sorghum nicely in the silo before too long. In fact, if you'd like to follow me, that'd be even better, wouldn't it? Come on. Yeah, it can unload me on the move. Even better. Very good. I can now drive back up to the top of the field. Harvest this row here. You can then unload me again, at which time you will be full. And then you can go and unload in the silo. Eventually we'll have this field cracked. And then we'll have to do all the mulching and everything of this field. Tractor's on the move again. Here he comes. Well, that would have been perfect if you'd stopped there. And that's me over half full. As he's off now to empty into the silo, and I am free to carry on doing more harvesting. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching today's episode of Haut Beyleron. I hope you've enjoyed it as always. I will be back again with some more content for you all very soon. But for now, from me, CWATTY, it's goodbye.